Hello, welcome back to this video, and today we're gonna do a video from your point of view so you can see how to enter in what we call a snake disarm. In this case, we're gonna go on this case when we go for the quadrants, and again, I've explained this in the past, but now hopefully it's gonna be a little more clear. When you counter, in this case, I'm counter the other person's counter, I'm gonna form a cross, and as you can see, I can see a top and a bottom, and I can see the outside and the inside of the stick and the outside of the stick. So from that perspective, we have four quadrants at this moment. That will be top, inside, top, outside, and then we have bottom, inside, and bottom, outside. So the same happens on the other side. If I go like this and I block, as you can see, I have the top and bottom, and then I have the inside and the outside, the same exact thing. But the challenge here is to position your hand. So as you can see, if the person attacked me, I have to grab it right away. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing. As you can see, I have the 2 fingers in this case on the hand and the 3 fingers trapping the rest of the stick. So we'll be here, right here. And that's an important thing, because if I want to hook it, like I want to trap, I have to have secured both and not only one. If I only secure the stick, the person can still move around and kind of like trying to counter that motion, right? And if I trap the hand, obviously I don't have much. I might be able to pull the hand, but the person can also flip it towards the other side and just basically let it go that way. But if I go here, I trap both. It's going to be easier for me to trap any other person trying to counter in any direction. Now I can oppose that much easier, right? So again, always stick in hand. So having this idea of trapping at the same time gives you a lot of good habits, but also the main thing is that you have a good sensitivity as to where should you put it and when should you put it. In this case, I should put it like right now, which is right after attacking, in this case, or using my stick against the other person's stick. And I should obviously not go first with my hand, because I will take all of the power obviously with my hand. So again, this is the idea, and then checking. But as you can see, there can also be too much of a delay, because if the person pulls back quickly after this, let's say that I go like this, I don't have anything. So it has to be right away so I can hook it. So again, it's teaching you 2 main things: the position of your hand and also the timing, meaning where specifically and when specifically I should do that. Once you do that, you can slowly but surely start moving with your form rather than your hand. And you're going to see why. Because technically, there's nothing wrong with these first. If you want to trap and you are going to hit, for example, with your puño. But if you're going to do anything else right after that, the moment that I remove my hand, the person's going to take the hand back. So in this case, if I want to do a disarm, like the snake disarm, in this case, the snake that goes from the inside, what I want is to actually put some weight already on the stick, pushing down, first this way, then up this way, and then chopping towards the back of the shoulder. So again, one more time, what I wanted to do is going to go down, up, and chop towards the back of the shoulder. And why is that important? Because as I said before, the other person is not going to stay hanging there forever. The person is going to move back. So I have to make sure that I put the weight as much as close as possible to the speed in which I'm going to counter with my counter, and that will be this. And as you can see, as I go like this and I go up and down and chop, it becomes easier for me to counter that counter. Worst case scenario, let's say that when I do this and I manage to do this, the person starts pulling, and I want you to observe what's happening. In this case, not only the person is going to pull me, the person can punch me with the other hand. Boom, that's going to be bad for me, right? So a way to delay that is by going down and up this way. And as you can see, now it's kind of in front of the other person, which is the ideal case scenario. Just in case the person punches you, you can clear in this case from the inside, or punch again, I can clear from the outside and I can be on the outside, right? Regardless of that, I can create that again by doing the following: down, up, and as you can see, now I can be in front of the other person. That's crucial. Now, as long as you reach this position, as you can see, I'm already directly in front of the person, I can push towards the back of the shoulder and I can already do it. But even if I cannot do it, even if in this case I cannot finish, at least, and I want you to observe where my hand is, I can put my hand here just in case a person punches me, and I can use that against the other person, right? Keep in mind that obviously you're not perceiving these, but if you're trying to reach me now with your hand, I can lean back, and I want you to observe how far I got, because in this case, you're gonna be at a distance in which when the person punches, you still are far enough to not get hit, right? That's also one other thing that you wanna observe. So when you're doing this, make sure that you go up and down, but you are within enough range to avoid the punch just in case. Final detail. When we do this, there's a little hidden, if you will, movement or pressure that we have to do, but in this case, it's not gonna be done with my hand, it's gonna be done with a stick. And I want you to observe one thing. When I go here, and I want you to pay attention to my stick. My hand is here, as you can see, but my stick is here pressing. This is an extremely important, because if I maintain the pressure with both my hand and my stick, particularly if I press with the stick, look at what happens just by pressing the stick. It becomes easier for you to do the disarm. So again, once you do this, and as I said before, you go down, I want you to observe what happens with my stick. This is an important thing. If I put both together, it becomes easier for me to now execute the disarm. And obviously, as I said before, if we do it at once, that will be more here, and you just go right away. As you can see, it goes towards the back of the person, not towards the side. Sure, there are many variations in which you can trap the hand. That's for other systems as well, in which I can do this. The same thing applies with the stick. As you can see, if I maintain the pressure with my own stick, it becomes easier to disarm this way. As you can see, it also works in different ways. So hopefully this is easier for you to see. I wanted to do this video for a long time so people can actually see what I'm seeing, because every time we try to do this video from the outside, it's going to be more complicated. But hopefully now that we're doing and preparing all of this, it becomes easier for you to see how to position your hand. As usual, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Push, push.